George Osborne says he'll have saved £15 billion a year cutting tax credits by the end of this Parliament. But if he can't cut those, he'll have to cut something else. Judith Healy's a single mum, working as hard as she can as a virtual assistant and now facing a significant cut in income.
I've still got to pay my rent, my food, my energy bills, my telephone bills. So I'm really, really frightened about how I'm going to save that money.
Judith currently receives £547 in tax credits every 4 weeks, but expects to lose £108 of that if the cuts go through.
That must be wearing, exhausting.
I spend lots of time awake at night just laying there thinking, how can I do this? What can I do? I cannot give any more.
But suddenly, this lot are getting involved. Unusually, the House of Lords has the power to block these cuts, and this crossbench peer is spearheading a move to do just that.
The Prime Minister stood up at the party conference and said, the British people want a government that will protect the vulnerable. The Conservative Party stands for working people. This regulation is the absolute antithesis of those two statements, so they need to think again.
And even in the House of Commons, the government's on the back foot, ministers having to defend the cuts today.
These have not been easy decisions to make, Madam Deputy Speaker, but we do face a £3,300 per household deficit, and inevitably, when you reduce the level of state support, people are affected.
Yet listen to this, a new Conservative MP using her first Commons speech to criticise her own side.
I believe the pace of these reforms is too hard and too fast. As these proposals stand, too many people will be adversely affected. Something must give.
George Osborne says it won't be him, but Parliament may have other ideas. Now, the reason the Lords has so much clout in this is because it was introduced as a regulation. That's something they can block, and of course the government doesn't have a majority in the Lords. So if they do send George Osborne back to the drawing board, this could all take a lot longer. It could save a lot less. And either way, George Osborne has a fight on his hands without his own side united behind him.